New West in the building. Yeah. New West is in the building. Yeah. We about to make you bitches feel it.
Yo, what is going on? It is Sick here, coming at you again from New West Entertainment to bring you episode number 2 of the theSICcast. This week's guest is the duo NYTEMODE, two of my favorite dubstep producers in the city. Full disclosure, we have been homies for a hot minute now, so I do know these guys pretty well. We had a pretty comfortable, casual conversation. We may have been drinking a little bit, may have a little smoke, a little something, you know. So you may notice that it's a little more loose than last week's episode, but I think it's a good thing. We had a really good time, so I think you'll enjoy it. You really get a chance to get to know these guys and see where they came from and how their upbringing is, and learn a lot about their influences, their inspirations, and really get to see who they are as humans. And I love these guys, so I think you'll really enjoy them too. So without further ado, let's get to the episode. So I always like to start these with, like, we managed to do 2 because this is the first duo that we've done. But I like to start with like a vibe check song first. So, like, do you want to set the vibe with the tune right off the bat? And so we'll play this before the podcast. This will be like, I'm going to do an introduction, like something like who you guys are, do like the intro thing, and then we'll play the song.
Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys? Okay.
Suicide Boys. Let's go. Opana. What? Yeah. We grew up off this song.
Yep.
Ready?
Everything you know about life, then I bounce. Roxy hitting hard, feeling fucking sick. Fucking happen out, just to balance it out. We be blacking out. Falling fucking deeper, I think we be getting out. Glasses open, greener when they grab it like a grouse. We be loving out. And naughty is cracking up, you can let the curtains down now. Yeah. I wall up with Taro, ain't no tomorrow. Mr. Call from sick, I woke up in the gown house.
I just bought 10 Roxy's, call a body dinner. Chronic place with something, I'm like, fuck it, let me. Rolling down your block, it ain't shit for the center. Told that bitch get out my ear, she need a chillin'. Xanax bars up in my drink before I pour 'em. We never fuck with you, fuck boy, don't act like you can. Take that motherfucking bed upside your skull. So full of them drugs, I might throw up, I knew I shouldn't.
Post SoundCloud, right? They were in the SoundCloud era for sure. Like, that's where they blew up. But they were one of the biggest people, I think, that like ascended.
Well, just like, that whole underground scene, because there was just like Puya put them on.
Yeah.
And like Puya, Suicide Boys, all those guys just had that crazy like dark underground vibe that was just like so new and so fucking good. Fucking good.
But Puya had only had like that one song pop at the time, really, right?
Yeah, well, he, like, there was...
He was like 16 or something when that...
He was young as hell.
What the hell
like
is
the
that called?
Buffet Boys, whatever, with Fat Nick and Puya. And I think they were friends as kids or some shit.
Yeah.
They started just fucking around with the Buffet Boys.
I don't remember who I heard it say it, but Puya was like the dealer. He was like their weed dealer. He was like the little grungy kid that just sold weed to get by.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Puya, like... Dude, Puya's the GOAT because he just like lays low and puts on all these dudes that just like blow up even to be bigger than him, and he's just like chill with it. He's just like,
and his music's fucking
and he's so talented. He's insane.
And, like he's been in like his new music's definitely not what I would have expected from his like later days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He reminds me of like, he's got like a Mac Miller kind of type trajectory where he was making like big anthem bangers and then he became like an artist where you get to see his fucking soul.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of artists kind of did that through COVID and shit too. Just kind of took the time to really find themselves and shit too, and it kind of changed. You could see a lot of artists kind of change through that. Like,
But 5-5 came out in like 2018, 19.
yeah, around
That album is so deep. That's a front to back. Like those are. There's not a lot of. One day I don't know if they'll still make them, but I hope to get like a vinyl collection of like those albums you can listen to from beginning to end. Like No Skips. Like those are the kind of albums I think you should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, Puya. Fucking Suicide Boys. That was a great way to fucking kick off.
Exactly.
What's the one where they're on the roof?
On the music video wise?
Yeah, they're just up. Like that's what I loved about Suicide Boys at times. I'm like, these guys just did it. They just went in their backyard and fucking. And it's like a formula.
Exactly.
Brockhampton and shit came by and did the same thing after. Like they invented that formula. Like fuck it.
Just literally making it like on a VHS type TV camera. Like,
and I don't know if it's a rumor, but I heard that like Paris was made by Scrim's brother on GarageBand when he was like 14.
yeah, well, Scrim makes all the beats for Suicide Boys too, and like, I
But his brother made Paris.
Oh no shit!
On
I didn't even know he had a
GarageBand.
brother. Oh yeah.
I maybe that's a rumor. Like I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know them, but I heard that on the internet.
No, Scrim used to be a DJ before
Yeah.
Suicide Boys and shit. Yeah.
I wonder what his music would have been like before.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what is he DJ? Like, what is the vibe for him? I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder.
Riddim.
Okay. I'm still super awkward at this, but we should probably do like an intro
Yeah. True.
and like be like, yo, what up? We're coming here for a podcast today. Okay. Right? Am I supposed to look in the camera? That makes more sense.
Perfect. You're killing it.
Yo, what's going on? Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Suicide Boys. We're gonna go away for a second.
You got a diss track coming
Oh,
your
we
way.
got the that ain't in the close stuff. Whoop. There we go. We got the wide angle, but now we don't have the desktop showing. Okay. What the fuck? No, I can't swear in the first 10 seconds, or we can't use it on YouTube.
That's a thing?
Yeah, you'll get demonetized. Like, man, I have to say, some podcasts will be like, okay, no swearing for the first 10 minutes, for the first minute. Yeah, because like they have like the caption now, right? Like you have the auto captions.
Oh, right.
So they know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Keep it clean. 10 seconds. Keep it clean.
What? Oh man, I don't want to do fucking YouTuber voice. I'm so awkward at this part.
Oh,
I'm so awkward talking to the camera. Okay. Bow. What's going on? Coming at you from NewWest Studio today. We got motherfucking boys, night mode in the house. Super stoked to have you guys here, and we're here.
We're having us. Stoked to be here.
Yeah, we got these boys coming this August 5th. I have to think about the dates because it's 2 days, 5th and 6th. But the night of the 5th, these boys are gonna be throwing down. They have throwing down all kinds of crazy shit all the time. And I noticed, like, as of late, it seems like your guys' sound has been really, like, I don't want to say like developing because it hasn't. I don't think it's changed terribly much, but I feel like you've almost refined and like honed your sounds like more. I've noticed a lot more different stuff in like the last like year and a half that I've seen you guys play. Maybe I've just seen you play more recently than I have ever seen you play, but I feel like I've got to see a lot more of your like repertoire and like what you guys kind of like things I didn't know you guys for. Like the last few times that I've seen you, like the Dirt Monkey show was very much different from the shit I heard you play when we were out like camping at Base Word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it's cool that I get to see you guys often enough that I can see like that stuff and like change over time and shit. And so like, it's cool. And it seems to be getting like very deep, and it's very cool to me to see the project developed over time because I think we know each other guys a long time. So I think the best way to start off is just do some introductions and just like let us know why you guys are dope and like why cool shit you do, because like I think you guys are pretty dope and you do cool shit. So just
Thank you. I'll go first here. Yeah. You know, we're Night Mode. We make more or less deep dub and rhythmy type music. Like to make hip hop and like lo-fi and darker beats as well. But yeah, we've been kind of just laying low through this past like year or so, year and a half. Just really, I'm glad you noticed that, because that's what we've been doing is just trying to figure our stuff out, learn as much as we can. you're always learning. I mean, you're always constantly learning. There's something to learn. But we've been trying to just, figure out what we want for the brand and what we want to put out there. Just stacking up IDs and
Stacking up the fun.
That's it.
Yeah, it's been fun taking the time to experiment with new shit too, because we're not worried about putting a bunch of music out right now, just building the catalog for sure.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate is how it goes, because with how much time it takes to make tunes and stuff. Yeah. So, I'd like to start like this part before we talk. Like, we should start these with just check-ins. Like, how are you doing right now? Like, where's your headspace at? Just check in and take a ground for a second. Yeah, because I think it really flavors the conversation too, and it's just like some people talk about, but it's, you know what I mean. So just like, where would you say you're at? Like, if you watch this back in 10 years, like, to say like what's your vibe right now?
Man, vibes chilling.
Yeah, just
Smoking.
just the fucking head down, grinding vibe, honestly.
Yeah. We just moved into a new place together yes.
I'm trying to derail the conversation. You said you were smoking, so
Yeah.
No, we just moved into a crib together, and it's literally just been a space where we can just, keep our heads down and like work on our craft and not get distracted. And we don't really go out much or anything like this, unless it's something or our homies playing or something.
Yeah, unless there's a bass show.
But it's been perfect for that. Just chilling, like vibing, like
in there. The lab looks like a very comfy place.
Hell yeah.
I feel like there's something to the energy of a room too. You know what I mean? Like once you start making tracks in there and stuff like that. Like I feel about this place. I just know like how
this place is a fucking vibe.
Thank you. I think so. For sure. It's had a lot of iterations, so I'm glad now that we're like podcasting and stuff that we'll have like proof, because there's so many different times we've renovated this room and we have no pictures of it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just kind of been one thing at a time. You move and add and change and like
it was the best part about it. We split up a little
tapestry of the
tapestry
wall. Coming to
whole new vibe.
We'll have to shoot a podcast in your studio one time.
Yeah,
because we can bring all this stuff there set up just like this. Just need to go through the interface.
Easily, yeah, absolutely.
That's all you need. As long as we have, I have another one I can bring, or as long as we can get headphones. We have 4 sets of headphones, but you can do a podcast and have fucking sealed if you want. We just need to plug it in.
I hear lots of hours from midnight, but it'll be alive. Get them in there.
Okay, so new spot. Everybody's feeling good.
Oh, dude, yeah.
New
spot.
Vibing.
It's. I feel like, I don't know. I'm gonna speak for both of us here when I say, like, especially recently, we've been like seeing a lot of improvement in our production in terms of quality wise, and that's been a vibe to see for sure. Like, because when you're constantly grinding all the time and you're not seeing the results, it can get very.
It's hard to see the forest.
It's
right when you're in the
tough to
forest.
keep that motivation, but now that we're like Matt especially making some.
Oh, stop!
That's over.
Anyway, you might want to like a couple of those IDs during the show.
Absolutely.
Okay, we can pull them up and run some stuff up. That would be super lit.
Love to.
We should start off with a drink, because it looks like you're out. Would you like a beverage? We put some stuff in the fridge.
You know what? I'll take a beverage.
Get a Shirley in, get a.
I got fruit punch. I got raspberry, strawberry lemonade, or fruit punch.
Strawberry lemonade?
Strawberry lemon or fruit punch.
Fruit punch? What the? Oh, man. Is the strawberry lemonade as good as it sounds?
It's pretty damn good. I think they're all good.
Truly is.
Do you want your other beer or a Truly?
A beer. A beer is perfect. Thank you.
I'll wear it.
It's gonna be loud.
Oh, man, like, do you not just live here ever?
Man, I would if I could. I straight up, like, I spend as much possible time I can here.
Would straight up live here.
But we can't make noise here until after 5. That's the catch.
Because
there's other businesses here. So if we're here doing a podcast, it's whatever.
So after 5, that's perfect.
Yeah. That's how we managed to get a space like this, is that we have like a clause in our lease that we're only allowed to use it at nighttime. Like that, when the other businesses aren't working. So they're not disturbing.
Okay, that makes sense. Damn.
I'm going to steal your idea here.
Yeah.
Because tracking's not loud. When you're in the booth, tracking isn't very loud.
No, yeah.
Dude, the dream here for this podcast, like, the next step is I'd like to take this to live streams. So we can, like, what are you guys doing on Friday? Want to come live stream? And
Yeah.
we'll sit here and live stream? We can sit here and make a tune.
Yeah.
And talk to people and chat and, like, you know, like, followers, meet new people, like, get out there. But we're just sitting here grinding, making a tune. And then
Exactly.
go home. You can go home and sit there. You can have more people when you're out there and just trying to make
They
trying to
got
get
hella
content.
content.
I gotta turn this beefs off.
Did the GoPro turn off?
You guys watch Talks of Taboo?
Yeah, dude,
remember
all
how-
the time.
Do you remember how like
Shout out
camera
Taboo.
used to end?
You're a legend.
His camera used to go off when during it. So I feel like he might have had a similar setup to what we have, and that's why they would go up. So I can fix it just like in Talks of Taboo. I just have to get up if the mic camera goes out. But so
Okay.
don't sweat it. I'll wait till you guys are talking and I'll go find it. Yeah. So I have like a little bit of structure for the podcast, but it doesn't have to be like interviews based because I guess I get to ask questions like this that people have never asked. Because you get done like
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
like
totally.
it's like the most cliche question, but is there like a story behind picking Night Mode as the name?
Yeah, dude, totally.
Yeah, like
Most inspirational, crazy thing, but it's something. It's something. Dude, tell it.
what? Yeah. Okay. So our original name was Delirium, which was actually pretty cool. I like that name.
You should drop like at least an EP with that name.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, then there was a few artists with the name. Oh, I was going through my closet, going through my inventory, picked out a sweater. On the sleeve it said Night Mode. I was like, hey, sick ass name.
Yeah.
Because it's like the whole dark vibe, like that we
For a while there, even I would like see it and stuff too, and we'd both just be like, "That's cool. That'd be a cool name." And then it's just after like a while, we're like, "Okay."
It's awesome how they stick like that. It's got a zing to it. You know, it's like they say how there's like actresses and actors, they have like a Hollywood name, like their name, like, oh, that's a famous name.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Night Mode's a good song.
Well, dude, it's impossible nowadays to find a unique name.
I go by Sick. It's 3 letters. I can't even use it, so I have to have an alias after it so that
But we got so lucky because I remember like looking it up and like there was like no other like Night Mode or anything. There's like a BassHouse label.
I was gonna know.
Yeah,
I seen it one time.
Yeah.
It's like I thought it was a DJ started, and I was like,
I
They're not
always tell
DJs,
myself,
though.
I'm like, oh, like nobody will really like notice or anything. But like when we were playing in Edmonton, some dude in the smoke pit, like we were talking about like Night Mode and shit. And he's like, man, have you heard of like the bass label Night Mode? I'm like,
yeah, but you know, they don't fuck vowels.
but it's not that because it's like at least it's not an artist or whatever. I mean, it's still like we haven't even been making much bass house or anything anyway.
Yeah, it's not really.
But you know, if it comes down to a court case, we'll
Fuck vowel. Oh, you're fine. Connecticut. I don't even. You guys will be fine.
It like just felt like differently too. Like it's fine, but
Especially nowadays, because like you said, there's not many gamer tags left. Like eventually, artists are going to start having like like you see, like 24 karat golden features.
yeah,
That was his name.
Yeah.
Like, until he blew up.
yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, it's
But how like back in the day, like pop punk songs used to have like full sentences as song title. That's gonna be artist names. Like your next one.
people literally now I feel like just kind of like make up something. And, like, you know, it's just a word that's not a word, but it's something that's unique at least.
Reminds me of gamer tag. I just stuck with the same gamer tag I had.
Oh, hell yeah.
14. I was like, I already have this on everything. So I like, because I see people that have to have like a different Twitter and a different Instagram. So like, how hard is it? Just like, it's one thing on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I should have at the beginning plugged now. So if people just seen this, they can pause and be like, who are these motherfuckers? So it gives like Instagrams, SoundClouds,
Everything
Said it's
is
Night Mode with a Y and
NYTE. I think it's like Night Mode Music on
Night Mode
Instagram or something. But yeah, everything Night Mode NYT.
Like you said, if you Google it, you guys are what comes up.
It'll be
Yeah.
Google us.
Especially if you spell it right. NYTE.
The first name pops up.
We haven't made it to hieroglyphs. Do you think we'll go to hieroglyphs? Like emojis will get so good that we only use emojis and it's like new
For like an artist name?
No, I mean, I wonder. These are so brutal about how you can, like, about what you can put and how you can make the brackets around your name and like what you can name your song, your capitalization and stuff. Yeah. So I wonder if they would ever let somebody use an emoji in their name.
Artists' names are just NFT.
Man, I've seen
That's what we're at.
I'm just gonna grab this.
Yeah, perfect.
Welcome to Ghetto Podcast Avenue, where we have
the cap is off.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Taboo got away with it for long enough. We'll be fine. I will fix this problem. It's not that hard. I knew about this going in, but I couldn't get this part.
Back on off for me.
Oh man,
we're getting kind of.
This must sound
steamy in here. Did the battery die on it already?
On the GoPro, yeah.
Yeah, GoPro batteries, dude.
Fucking terrible.
I could get new GoPro batteries, like, for the old camera. And, like, run them. And they would probably be better than the one that I hadn't been using for years and years and years. But because I'm not actually recording with the GoPro, it doesn't use a ton of battery. It's just podcasts are long.
Word, yeah. I guess if it's plugged into the computer, I should charge, right?
Yeah, but if you plug it into the computer, it connects and it's trying to like take the stuff off. So you have to plug it to a non-computer source. Again, these are things that you just learn by trial and error, right? That's how I figured that out. Like nobody tells you that. You can't Google that. But we back, derails the conversation, but we're just doing plugs, right? As far as I remember.
Yeah. Look at the ads.
We're back together now. Still recording. Okay. So, I think we should like do a little bit of foundational stuff. So like, where were you guys born? Where did you come from? How did you get to this spot of dirt here right now?
Well, I am from Thorsby, Alberta, small town up by Edmonton.
Haven't even heard of it. Maybe it's because I'm from the south.
Oh, she's tiny town. But I moved to Drum when I was 14, I think. And then, that's where I met.
That's where I grew up. It was Drumheller.
You grew up in
We're from like two very small towns, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
When did you guys come to the city?
I went to college for one semester, dropped out.
Fuck yeah. So
then I moved to Calgary.
Okay.
Then I had a roommate for a little bit, and then moved in with me in 2017, probably 2017.
I think it was either late 2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
And that's when I met you guys at first in the house. And
that would have been 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we met. Yeah.
Because that was the Dover house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, we lived downtown when we first moved.
And you're just upstairs chilling. We have a full like studio in the basement.
I could always
like caved out at the time of your life. But we just had no idea. Regan's like, hey, come meet my mom.
It was Regan's.
Shout out Regan. Shout out Regan.
Yeah, Regan is who connected us. So like that's how we. But so I spent a lot of time in Drumheller growing up, but I wasn't from there. Like I was like 12 till I was like 16. No, maybe not that old. You moved there when you were 14?
Yeah, 14, 15, yeah.
What year did you graduate?
I'm like 2016.
2016. So I feel like, my grandma had like a store downtown. It was like right on the block with the dinosaur.
Downtown Drum? She had a store?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So she used to, in the winter, she lived in Calgary, so we'd go out on the weekends that was open, and she would work the store during the day, and she would drop me off at the ski hill. Yeah. And I would snowboard all day.
Yeah. I never got to experience the ski hill.
Dude,
I was late to that.
It was kind of weak. But I was like, I grew up there, man. So I'm a local. Like, that's crazy, yeah. So do you know, like the house is still there. I'm pretty sure her partner, maybe somebody else owns it now, but the store's still there. It's like, you know the road where the pool is?
Yeah.
So the pool, straight down from the pool, straight out the road, there's a corner right in the business. Like there's like the block that's where the dinosaur in the pool is.
Yes.
And you can walk straight down that road to the very first block. There's like on the main road, I don't know what the roads are called. You know, like the Chinese food and the ice cream place?
Yeah.
So that is?
Yeah.
Like one block in that road that lines up with the pool and stuff. There's like a big rock front yard, garden, and it's like a little orchard. My grandma ran that store when I was a kid. So yeah, and I hung out at the skate park that's by like the thing there. So like I would come with my grandma like on the weekends, and she'd work all day, and I would just bum around downtown on my skateboard. What the
I ran into each other. I was probably biking around.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was found out.
I was pretty young at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what era, but yeah.
It was a good place to grow up.
It was
a good place to grow up in.
Definitely. I like the small town. I mean,
It's so nice going back to and just
Yeah.
reconnecting with the homies and just
hell yeah.
That's because like I never got small town living, but because things like that, like I got to experience like, a little bit of it.
Absolutely.
But like I feel like there's something to that life.
oh yeah, just so much mayhem too.
Oh yeah.
You
I'll
think
get
it
away
was
with
the big city mayhem though?
It's I don't like man, I don't like know what the city high school life was like. Like is it just like the stereotypical like movies that like I don't know.
I don't know. And my high school experience was kind of tainted because like I was in a band and like played music. And
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, me and Justin were in a metal band. So the time I was like 16, I was just like trying to play shows and like
Oh, word. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, on the grind.
I did like a city of Calgary had like a program for youth that if you made a demo and sent it in, they would put you in like a music program where you got to do like 2 like practice performances, and they sent us to a studio to go do like walkthroughs, and they had like a bunch of different classes you could pick. So everybody in the band got to pick a different class. One was on like t-shirt design, one was on like recording, one was like they had a bunch of different things that you could go do, and so all of us picked like different ones so we could sit in on as many as we could. And then and like then you did 2 shows, and then we did a free show at the end of it that you got to invite anybody. You could like ready free tickets as you want. It was like a battle of the bands type thing through the ones that played there, and we came in second.
Oh, no shit.
And won like a free show there, and then through that we met the people that like booked at the all ages venue, and then we had shows. So we were playing like after that thing we were playing a show like a month.
Dude, wow.
That's
a long time.
Like yeah,
Especially in high school, man. That'd be fucking.
I didn't give a fuck about school really. I was having so much fun playing shows and like doing music stuff.
But you know, I fucking hated school so much, but I wish I would have been more involved in like the music.
Yeah.
Because like you literally be able to learn about the shit for free.
Did you guys ever like go to like music school or anything to like learn nothing like that?
I learned how to play the guitar, but I quit after 2 months because I was frustrated that my hands were too small, so I fucking gave up.
You're looking at like Slipknot fans.
Come on, what do I have? God damn it! Did you play music growing up?
No, not really. Not until I started like producing just on the laptop. Yeah, I didn't really learn. I just I did like have phases where I like tried like learning guitar or like just learning something, but not like consistently stuck with it. Like learned a little bit, that was it. But nothing consistently, like unfortunately. But
yeah, kind of a regret. Definitely, I wish I would have learned to play an instrument, but
we could start
one
one
time, like the president.
It's cool too, because even just learning like production stuff, you kind of like once you start learning notes and stuff, and you just realize that it all kind of just combines in there, to make it easier to learn after
It's
a
a
bit.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go through. And like YouTube University is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Are we so blessed to live in
Literally
an era like this? Like, you know what I mean?
You just gotta pop an Adderall.
What was like what kind of music did you guys grow up on? What was the kind of first shit you had exposed to? Because like I have like this theory that I've talked about already here, but like a lot of people just listen to what they listen to when they're in high school. And they rock with that for the rest of their life.
Totally.
You know how
Totally.
pop songs that like get shoved down their throat, but other than like mainstream like songs that are shoved down their throat, they only really know about like the songs they listen to.
I know, man.
And I thought that was just adults, and then I seen it happen to my friends.
That's so true, bro. That's
Man,
so
and I heard that like once you get to like 30 or around that age, you like straight up stop looking for new music. Or like a lot of people, maybe not everybody, but
I don't think so.
no.
I love new music. That's my back.
Well, yeah, like not everybody, but like I feel like the people that kind of just stick to what they listen to, they kind of just
So like, what was like the first stuff you got exposed to? For, like, what were like your parents listening to growing up? Like, how did you? What was your first? Like, or a better question is like, what was the first CD you bought with your own money?
probably Dead Mouse.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No way. So you're straight up electronic. Like,
Well, like I grew up on country.
Like how many Riddim artists could be like?
That's just all my dad would play. He was
yeah.
And like anything else, I like when I discovered electronic music, I had this little fucking piece of shit laptop scrolling on YouTube, randomly found this song, and I was just mind blown. And I was like almost felt guilty listening to it just because I had been raised on like literally just country music. That's it.
Wild.
But yeah, maybe I love it so much because it's just like, fuck you,
Yours is
Dad.
Elliot.
But it's also just so completely foreign. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, well,
It's
yeah,
such a
that's what
different
blew
thing.
my mind. I was
like-
like, how?
I don't hate on country music. It's still art. You know what I mean? Like, do your like. It's just not for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely grew around it.
So, but like when you see, like when you like, that's when you know as a world, and you see like this kind of, you're like, what the hell is this? Like,
No
it's the same
doubt.
way as like some person in like California that's only listened to like that kind of music, like electronic and pop music. They're all like, and then they go to like Texas and see like a cabaret going down. And
True
like,
that.
what the hell is this world, right?
True.
Yeah.
I still do like the older music. I've got a pretty wide.
Yeah. Johnny Cash is rock music, though. I asked. It's like
pretty wild.
They call him country, but I don't think he would have called himself country.
I think
He was a fucking.
He wasn't out
He
on
was like a bastard.
He was
An outlaw.
fucking
Like,
out of
yeah.
the city, sort of life.
At that time, like the country western guys were like noble, humble dudes.
Yeah.
Like, not Johnny Cash. He was like the counterculture.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Have you guys seen the new trailer for that Elvis movie coming out?
No, I'd be curious.
But I've heard of it though. I've heard about it.
Do you know much about the actual like Elvis story?
Like, you know, he was huge and then he died on a toilet.
But the thing is,
Like, kind of, sort of, but yeah.
they bastardized these like biopics. I mean, they probably always have, and they do. But like, did you see the Queen documentary? Or not like that movie about Queen?
Oh yes, I honestly loved that movie.
It was really good.
I'm a big Queen fan.
Like, we're like, yo, but
Well, not until that movie, and then it became my whole personality.
I feel like
the Queen.
there was a lot of sex, drugs, rock and roll that was cut out of that.
Oh,
To make it like a family friendly, like rock-
definitely.
Like that's not what I want. I want to know what the fuck it is like in that world. Like, let me know. Like, I want to. You know what I mean? Like, somebody has that story of what the fuck that lifestyle.
Dude,
really-
literally, I was literally thinking about that yesterday. Like, just how I feel like I'm not getting the real story of what, like, even like documentaries and movies. I just feel like I'm not getting the actual story because they need to make it interesting for watchers.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking just give me the guy.
Is this the Queen or Queen?
Well, like, he's just saying.
No. Like the Queen of England? I think you said the Queen. The
Queen
of England. Yeah, that was out of my head. There's a movie about this? There's about fucking rock star shit?
I'm talking about the Queen. Going into
Rock and roll, baby.
somebody needs to make that a card.
No, damn.
Who knows? Maybe she is fucking.
Maybe.
But continue. Queen.
Yo, I lost this tangent. My original question that got us here was like, what kind of tunes did you grow up on? Like, what was your first? So here's a country music. Yeah. What was it like?
Man, I remember like when I was so young, just like, there we go. Yeah, my brother got me really into like dude, straight up like hip hop when I was so young. I was just like,
What kind of
singing like 50 Cent and shit when I shouldn't have been. It was like shit like that. But like I went through like a major like Simple Plan punk rock phase. Yeah, that was my shit for a long time, dude. Simple Plan, man. Those guys are legends. I don't like their like what they went to. I mean, it makes sense that they kind of changed up to like go to that more like pop, whatever.
That's how every band.
But like, dude, old school, like no pads, no helmets, just balls. That album, that was my fucking child. Yeah, that was everything right there.
I should give that a deeper take. I would show like the songs from the radio, but you're saying like the album is like is it a front to back? Like, would you slap a vinyl on and listen to it?
Oh yeah, definitely. They actually did a reunion tour not too long ago. I really wish I went to that because I always thought like a Simple Plan concert would just be like their new stuff or whatever, but like they did a like that album strictly just that like reunion tour. Witnessed it, but they played at Union. I thought that was cool. But playing at Union, I was like, Simple Plan.
No, there could be mad people on that stage. You have no idea.
Dude, that
place been there a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, apparently they redid it before maybe not before. I don't know when they did, but it's been recently like revamped inside. It looks
nice.
It's sick.
Yeah, we should squeak on it. You guys are fresh off like the fucking out of towners. Like,
yeah, it's so cool. That was so cool. Yeah, being able to like, I think like any artist like kind of has that like urge to hit the road. Yeah. And like with your band or like. Yeah, if you're by yourself, it would just be like whatever. But like, dude, it literally feels like you're with your band, like with your homies, just like packing your shit up.
Yeah, we had Jared. No, we didn't drive up with Jared. Did we?
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah. Jared.
Oh yeah, right.
We had D-Ville, Jared, Cho D-Ville.
Dope.
Yeah, dope. Drove up together, and we got the hotel and shit, and partied up and did the show, and then went to the water park the next day, and it was a full experience. It was a full. Even like Edmonton, like even though it's just our neighbor and shit, like to be able to like travel to a different city and be able to share like what we do and shit, like was
it's like a 3-hour drive.
The coolest shit.
It was that doesn't seem like shit to us because we live in Canada, but anywhere else in the world, a 3-hour drive is like
true.
Yeah, that's usually multiple cities away.
Yeah,
that's just the next nearest thing to us.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like,
the terrain is
travel.
That's a good point. Yeah, so that was awesome. We're going back in August to open up for Fun Case as well.
Fucking Fun Case.
The legend Fun Case. Like,
yeah, son.
I hope he goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love watching him, man.
Yeah. Hopefully we can play a little more like heavier shit too. Some the Riddim and stuff.
He seems like the guy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, legendary, that guy. So.
TPM was my favorite label of all time. TPM music is
dude, yeah, like
that guy has the ear. Like that is my favorite.
Man,
it's been a long.
What do you guys think about Never Say Die? Fucking.
But like Schism is back now, right? He's released.
Oh,
music.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know because he released a song
recently
with like after Never Say Die closed. Him and Trampa like released an original.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
So he's back to doing his like. I don't think he's gone, but the label thing and like they said, like makes a good point. Like they did their part. Look at where Dubstep was when it started, and look what the fuck. It's a completely different style.
Totally.
So it makes me sad because I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's just. I did not see it coming.
Like, it makes me sad.
Totally. It's just another chapter closing and on to the next chapter.
Might as well go out on top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're legends. It's not like, oh man, remember when Never Say Die used to be cool?
Yeah.
Never Say Die is always cool.
Yeah.
Like, their reputation.
Yeah.
And like, which is like kind of dope because if there's ever a Dubstep Hall of Fame, like I find it a little depressing how disposable electronic music is. I don't know how you guys feel about that. It's because I love these fucking songs, dude. There's these the songs I have on my decks. I'll never forget. You hear the same way as you hear a song from when you're 15 and you still know all the words.
Oh yeah.
I personally still am, but it just doesn't seem like they have the relevance. You know what I mean? That like, well,
like it's hard. I've noticed. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm not in the industry enough to be saying this is how it is, but like it seems like Wait, what the fuck was I talking
About like how like songs like
Oh, yeah.
songs hot for a week,
Yeah, but I feel like
3 months.
like electronic music seems to be way more available to, especially learning. Like you have YouTube, you have so many sources that you can learn from. So I feel like maybe the industry just, there's so many new names popping up that they just peak, and then I don't know. At least it's
That's what
be
it should be. Yeah, I know.
no, like I don't think it's a bad thing. It can be.
I feel like when it happens like quick a lot too, like it's hard to like find. Actually, I can't say shit because I don't know, but this is just what I've kind of like heard and like kind of seen is that like that'd be so much pressure to like especially with social media and just everything nowadays. And if like you're not doing something or posting something, you go on there and you see everybody else doing it, and it's so intimidating to be like, fuck, like I'm not working hard enough. Like I feel overworked, but am I not working hard enough? Like what? So like and like a lot of people think like, oh, if I don't keep up with that, then I'm gonna fall off. And like but I feel like that's something that's so easy to do if you're just like get that like momentum, and then like just have that pressure to like keep that going would be like an easy thing to be like, fuck that.
Like it too. Right? Oh fuck, that's sick. Yeah, keep that happening,
dude. Right? Yeah, and like I guess there's probably just people who can use that as fuel, or like that could be something that could easily tear you down. But like use it as fuel, like keep you going. Yeah.
So then, like my next question would be like, so if you guys listen to like hardcore hip hop and like hardcore like country music, how did you like sort of slowly transition? So we kind of get like how, because you said you were like, it was like you were like finding these, what the fuck is this?
I was shit blown away.
Fucking nuts. So, but like, how did you get into electronic music?
Yeah, same thing. Like when even like I was talking about how my brother was showing me like hip hop and stuff. Yeah, even like deadmau5, I remember like him showing me like Strobe and shit like that. Like back then, it'd be like, holy fuck, what is this? But honestly, I was kind of later on. Like I got really into like the underground hip hop scene, like Suicide Boys, Lil Peep, Puya, all those guys when it was really bumping in like 2017-ish. And once you fall into like liking that type of stuff, you just see everything else is just like mainstream cheesy. Like it's so hard to like get out of that.
Is this something about the underground?
And then so then once I remember first ever hearing a deep dub song and just being like, what the fuck is this? Like this blew my mind because it has all those elements of just like hip hop drums. Solid sub, like it's all sub orientated, so like just listening to that in your headphones, like not knowing like going into it what it's gonna be is just like an experience that everybody should fucking go through. Like if you think dubstep, you think you know dubstep, like listen to like some of that OG like Mala and like who else, Scream and shit, or just like some real OG deep dub, and it is just transcending. And I'll never forget that. And like that was even just a Riddim phase I was going through too, and then like all that shit just kind of really
snowball just roll.
And it's just cool how it mixes into like even like that underground Suicide Boy shit. It's the same kind of like atmosphere and vibe. When it comes down to shows and stuff, it's the same shit. So it made sense, and like it just
led you down. Did producing play a part in getting into that like kind of sort of stuff, or were you like were you into that and then got into producing, or did producing?
I remember, dude, there's this website. I saw a TikTok the other day actually that blew my mind because it showed this website that you like it was like every different genre of EDM or whatever you wanted to make had like its own like software. So you pick like dubstep and so download to your thing like all these dubstep samples and all this shit, and you just layer stuff out. And I was like 12, 13, like starting to like mess around with that stuff. And then Yeah. I was gonna say, I saw TikTok of it the other day, and it's so nostalgic to me because I'm just like, no way other people like know about this. Like, that's crazy.
They're still using it like back in that day.
Dude,
And now is it still up?
it probably is. I can't think of the name. I gotta figure it out, but yeah, it's probably still up.
That'd
But
be dope.
that like always stuck with me of being like, dude, just the idea of just like chilling in the studio, just making something you want to make, like vibing out, it just and like it's amazing. It's magical. Like I was obsessed like of that idea. So then actually making that purchase to get going on Ableton was just like that boost to like, all right, I'm gonna take this real seriously. Like,
It makes you do that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why it makes sense why like everything in that shit in music is just so expensive, because it's like it feels good though, like when I feel like it helps push you to take it more seriously when you know are hurting your bank account. But yeah, those kind of going on there.
And it makes you like better learn this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, exactly. Yeah.
It is good motivation for sure.
Yeah.
So then, like, if that's sort of stuff you were like listening to when you got into, like, who would you say like your inspirations were when you started trying to find your own sound? When you decided that you wanted to start making music, like, what was the kind of music you were like, oh, I kind of want to make something like this? Or were you just kind of like finger painting until it turned into a Mona Lisa? Like, because your dudes are pretty fucking good now. Like, I'm just curious how you got this far down the road, you know?
What do you think?
I don't think I really had a set kind of music that I wanted to make until we found out about like deep dub and like left field
and OG Riddim, like the OG.
Well, you know what? I was late to the rhythm game for sure.
Yeah, I remember kind of going into it and they're still kind of.
But yeah, that left field shit, like that was another thing that blew my mind. I was just never heard anything like it. I was like,
to imagine like just we got all our chairs, you got the microphone right there, you're constantly going around trying to adjust it.
hey, closer. Shut up. Get closer to the
That's what I thought. Tells you again. When these work, they're great. So as long as
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So yeah, I think the next one is like a song. So you guys have like a song you want to go up to, like it's just a song that like really means something to you. Like we can do, so like you said, like one of these songs you just brought up from like the different, like from your childhood when you listened to 50 Cent back in the day. We can play a couple of those. We can play a couple songs if you want, but like I just want to like just find a song we can talk about. Like songs, it's hard to put words to the emotions that like what songs really bring out of you. But like I have a bunch of songs that like, I don't know, for a magnitude of different reasons have like a really deep meaning to me in one way or another. And I also have songs that I've made that I'm like, yo, even songs I was like a part of helping make for other people and stuff like that, where I'm like, yo, just like puts me back at where that time and place that I was at for that. Yeah. So like whatever. Normally I give
a part of music
discretionally. I normally give guests like advanced notice, but I don't know guys enough that I didn't totally think about the fact I didn't tell you guys.
It's crazy because I haven't thought about that in forever. I'm just finding so much new music. I regrettably don't really go back often.
I don't feel. I feel bad. Like I have guilt about it too. So I'm not telling you I have guilt. But like I very much only like I love digging through new music, and there's only so much time in a day, so I can't do both. But I justify it to myself by thinking that like the people that I'm listening to have also been influenced by artists in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to those sounds through them one way or another. The things will get to me there. But I just find so much joy in digging through the new stuff that's coming out and seeing like being like, that's always what I've been into. And I feel like a lot of like artists has been doing this, like talk to me, like seem to be on the same wave. But when I talk to normal people, they're not like that. They're not. They have, like I said, they're listening to the same two songs they've been listening to since high school.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So like,
the music is not in the peripherals.
But so then like, do you have like a song we could play for like the audience that like really changed your idea of music, or something you're like, whoa, like this, I found this and it discovered this whole new world, or like a sound you're like, whoa, like, yo, this is the sound. Like, do you remember having like a big turning point and like just in one song you can say like turned a corner?
don't know. I'm trying to think.
What about like childhood? Do you have a song that's like, yo, that's like my
Embarrassing ass.
Yeah, you can do something. I'm just saying like something that like would say where you feel like you developed your sound. Like you guys mentioned Dead Mouse. We could play a Dead Mouse song too. Just play.
Remember that? We always play it when we're tripping. It's the best tripping song you'd ever play in your fucking life. Everybody listening, if you're tripping, throw this song on. Symphony by Thomas Jack.
All right, let's do it.
Amazing. Just mind blowing. And anything Suicide Boys. Suicide Boys is what really Getter. Remember when Getter and Suicide Boys were like homies? Like, yeah. That's how me and James were really just like connecting over music because we both loved the fuck out of Getter. And then like both kind of found Suicide Boys around the same time. And then when we realized they're like kind of intertwined, we're just like,
well, yeah, Getter produced that one like album. Or EP,
yeah.
And that shit was
that one with Germ is like
Germ.
Getter is
good.
so good. Yo, that was my path into dubstep. Yeah, I was like a metalhead kid like my whole life, and then I was also into like because there's always everybody in our generation was into hip hop like a bit, right? And I liked underground hip hop. There's like hip hop. I always like music. Like there's country songs I like too. Like I've always liked music. Yeah. And then I was into Getter. I did go to one rave before that. I went to like a white party thing, like thing before that. But then I went to I went to Snowball. You heard of that? It's at like a ski hill just outside of Kamloops. Okay. And it's like a rave during the day, like up on the mountain. And then at nighttime in the parking lot, they have like a big, massive like outdoor festival. Oh, and then like after 11, you go into like, there's like a parkade that they turn into a stage, which is where all like the like deep trance and like techno music and stuff is. And then upstairs they have like, I seen like Kyle the one year, and I seen Oliver Tree the one year, and I seen like, so they had like big names, but it was like Oliver Tree, Borgore, and Troy Boy. Oh no shit! like that's awesome. And I seen like Black Tiger there for the first time, and I seen like the headliner was like Dessa and Cardi B. And like Cardi B she had her baby or whatever, so she ended up canceling. Whatever. But like it's like a Cardi. It's a festival like that. But the first year that I went, Getter was playing, and I seen this thing, and I like to snowboard, and I was like, yo, music festival and snowboard.
That's fucking.
I gotta go. That's like a bunch of stuff. I ended up going completely by myself with no ticket, drove up there, fucking slept in my car, went there. I had only ever heard of Getter, and I knew Getter for being a hip hop producer. I'd never listened to dubstep. Like, no shit. Well, I'd been at like one like big house rave in life, but I hadn't really I knew about dubstep. Yeah, and I told everyone I didn't like dubstep. Right, because I didn't like the early dubstep stuff like that I heard that
Frat Boy dub.
Well, because I found like when I was like moving out of my parents, a fucking Skrillex CD that I had burned when I was a kid, and this was like sort of right when I had got into dubstep, and I had like found this CD. I was like, wait, I listened to dubstep. No shit. Yeah. But then like other than that, I was like, how do people just like drive around all day and listen to like like banging in your I've like worse so like and I didn't really like know that there was this whole other world, but I was producing hip hop stuff and like I was working here and stuff like that before that. Right. And I was making beats, but my beats were always like people would be like, oh, your beats are cool, but nobody wanted to rap on them. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, everybody's like they're saying they're cool, like everybody's just lying to me. And I'm like, man, but then I realized like now having like hindsight, like I wasn't leaving room for people to rap on because I was making songs, not beats. It's like a different thing. Like I know that now. But when you're learning, you don't know that. You're just like, oh, I need more. Yeah, you know what I mean? Totally. And so I couldn't with that, but that made me think like, I wonder if there's people that just like make songs on their laptop. And I was trying to search, and I was on like SoundCloud finding, but when you're just like blindly digging through SoundCloud, you don't find like a genre or style or flavor. It's hard to get into the underground or the circle or know what's going on when you're digging like that. And like the dubstep at that time, like early, like I don't even know what to say it would be like, because I didn't know about dubstep when it was like Mala and stuff like that. Like I didn't know.
Well, neither did we. We were late to the party for sure.
Totally.
I was like, I've done like I tried to do my homework and like see this stuff, but like you said, I don't really listen to a ton of old music, so I'll listen to it as like a study group thing, like I want to, but I don't like run around bumping. Like I still have those high school songs of mine that I still bump from.
Oh yeah, me too. Some Mac Miller.
So like, but like, yeah. We still haven't come up with a song. We should play it. Oh! There's another tune so you can get on my level before we get
dude, I was,
into the song.
yeah.
Have you guys ever like read into this CBG thing?
CBG.
Charlie Bravo Gary?
No idea what that is.
Some Call of Duty shit out like
So CBG is the precursor to CBD, THC, like all the cannabinoids. So like when a plant grows that produces cannabinoids, it grows CBG first, and then CBG matures into all of the other cannabinoids. It's what a YouTube video told me when I Googled it. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't fucking cancel.
Hold it up, Jamie. Hold it up. Fact check that.
Jamie, can you?
But I've been asking people about CBG to know if I got fed full of bullshit. But that's a 7-in-1 CBG pen. So it's 7 from like 7-to-1.
Is it from a dispensary?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
CBG. No, I've never heard of that.
So yeah, you can get CBG now. I don't know what the benefits and purposes is. The lady at the store didn't seem like she was a super weed knowledgeable person. So I was just like, I'll find out. It's great. These spinach cartridges have been pretty good. I can't believe I'm buying weed from the government still. It makes me really sad in my heart. It's
probably
lost.
It's kind of bunk ass weed. If I'm being, I don't really like the weed from dispensaries.
Neither do I. But it's getting so cheap that like I have to now because it's, for a long time the gray market stuff was like, oh, it's way cheaper. Like that's the way to go. But yeah,
The vaccine in here. We'll have to cut that.
Don't even.
I told Regan that I'm going to start a podcast just with Regan because I just think Regan in the podcast. But we can't put it on YouTube. We're going to have to put it on like Rumble and like.
It's gonna have to be on the deep web. It'll be on the deep web.
He would get like an underground deep web.
Oh, totally. Sure. Dude,
He
absolutely.
just needs to speak his mind and like.
I need to be here for that.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll have to maybe keep that one off the main.
Let's go.
So yeah, let's rock this one. Symphony. What the rest of the names?
Thomas Jack. Shout out Tommy.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
THOM.
Yeah.
Thomas Jack. Yo, Thomas Jack. There we go. Okay.
We should like pop some acid first or
Womp
something.
womp womp womp. 8 years ago. 1.1. Which one should I play? Which is the
Just whatever
second
vibe
one?
you're feeling. Yeah, that's the vibe right there.
I'm here to vibe and 9-minute song. I can't make the lights change because
So I'm telling you though, like, yeah, dude, it's like the ultimate like EDM tripping song. Like, yeah, it'll transcend you. Ow, fuck.
We observe today not a victory or party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life.
We gotta get you on the sax. Tropic House, yeah.
No, I must be fucked up.
Well, Thomas Jack is like Thomas Jack Kygo. They're both like that Tropic House.
Because I've
This
seen
was
Kygo. Like that's what I
early.
would have put it.
Yeah, but this is like I don't know if you can like it's just so different. Yeah.
This isn't as like tropical atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay. Thrown up on psychedelics before. I'm sitting fucking watching the show, just trying to, play my cool, just we're good, like it's all good, as the fucking beams are shooting through me and I'm tasting every fucking color shooting through the room. I'm like, yeah, we're good. And all of a sudden it came out as I'm sitting in front of everyone, it came out and I fucking threw up right beside me and nobody noticed, dude. Nobody noticed. I was like, okay. I fucking take off my hoodie. It wasn't a crazy hoodie. It wasn't anything I was sad. Okay. And I didn't know what to do, man. You're tripping on balls. You just threw up in a club in front of everyone. What do? I took the hoodie. I throw it on the puke, and I go about my day.
I really should.
And that was that. And I had to get the fuck out of there, man. That shit was too much, man. Being in a fucking basement show, just people everywhere, and you were absolutely gone out of your mind. And I remember going home and just throwing on a movie and just feeling so relaxed and like at peace. It was like this
Puke of the demons.
But like, dude, yeah, you don't want to be doing that. But a little bit, man, take a little bit, you're chilling. Yeah. Hell yeah. But I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson.
I think my thing might have been out for a minute.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, because I'm coming up through yours.
Oh.
But my mic is actually... So I'm just going to switch.
Baby. That's what it does.
So like I really want to have like a psychedelic segment of like this. So I want to be able to like clip these from like Instagram so I can put like people's like just because like that's like fucking crazy story.
Yeah,
like I don't
that's
know.
awesome.
That's crazy, bro.
Like,
it just kind of like blows. There's just that weird connect with shit like that in the universe and how things work. That just when it actually you see it happens and you think about it, you're just like, what the fuck? Like,
it trips me out even more that you guys are like involved in it because like I met you guys through Regan, who I met at the store. So there's like a chain of commands for how that fucking trip affected like my life like fucking
totally.
Absolutely.
It's fucking crazy.
Like you almost can't wrap your fucking head around it, dude. It hurts your brain to think about.
Shut out mushrooms, man.
Yeah.
Fucking bring the right people together.
Yeah. We've been going for a hot minute and I have not looked at the like notes.
How long have we been going for?
I actually don't know till after and I kind of prefer it that
Dude, hell yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Straight up.
As long as it keeps recording.
There's no limit. It's fucking Thursday night. Canada Day tomorrow. Shout out Canada. Shout out Canada. Shout out Canada.
You going to any of these things? You lay in the lab?
We might go back to the hometown Drumheller.
Drumheller Canada Day is lit. Like,
yes, it is, dude. Right?
People everywhere, like on places are out. Yeah,
dude.
I have pictures of my son there for like he was like 2 or 3 years old. We went there because my dad lives in Rochester.
Oh, okay. Word.
So like when they go get groceries, they go to Drum.
Yeah. No. Okay. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. How old is your son?
He's 7.
7.
Damn. Yeah, man.
He could be chopping Riddim.
Dude, you should get him up.
That's the age to start.
Like, his, I mean, I was heavy on it for a minute when I found Hole. And so my kid will be like, okay, you go play karate chop at home. Like, so I can tell my kid, like, karate chop. And I go, ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
Video.
That is awesome. That's the coolest shit. That's fucking awesome.
I hope he likes Riddim, but I don't like the fucking music my parents listen to.
Completely against it.
I can't blame. I don't blame anybody. Like I was camping this weekend and somebody made it through. Like they're like, oh, I was trying to put music on in the car and I couldn't find my phone. It was dead. We're camping. I said, "I have my phone," and they're like, "Oh, you're like, oh, fine. I heard your music sucked anyway." And I was like, well, you're probably right. Like, no, you're no, man. I'm into like mad robot noises and like I listen to like super heavy. Like I feel from like crazy heavy metal and stuff like that. So like the electronic music that I like is like
I'm feeling angry.
And that's even how it is with that shit. Like some people just like can't get with it. And it's like, but dude, it's crazy. I feel like the new like dude Drake dropped that like house album.
Yeah.
And like
I haven't listened to it.
Oh, dude, it is like house music.
It is house.
It is like house music, dude. And like, I don't know. I recently like heard this like kind of conspiracy that it's like we're kind of going through like a bit of kind of a hippie stage again.
Sick. I'm in for it.
And I'm all for that. And but it makes sense. Like you do see a lot more about like psychedelics and just openness about it and just spirituality and just more than all that shit. And through that phase, you know, like, that's when they really started, like, what did you do? You go to the clubs and do all this shit and you listen to house music. Like, that's what the thing was back then, or, like, through that phase. And apparently, like, we're kind of going through another, like, wave of that. It almost seems like, but I'm like, fuck that. Like, you gotta go, if you're into that phase now, you gotta go to a Riddim show, you gotta go to a D-Dub show. man, like, yeah, open your horizons, like, dude, like, yeah. So, but it makes sense. I think I could be totally wrong, but I think I saw today that like Beyonce is doing a house track.
Well, because I feel like dancehall and like Afrobeat and like all these other styles of house music are so big internationally.
Oh yeah.
Well, everybody can
places
get down with it. Like anybody can really get down with it. That's why it's like you show somebody like like anything else, and they're just like what? Like I don't get it. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, me and Justin were looking the other day at cities in the world by the population of each city, and like, dude, these international cities have so much more numbers than North America. These countries are like, you think our markets are so relatively small for like what we have, right? So like, so that kind of stuff that you can sell internationally, like a lot of that music is all like house music has become just like the four on the floor, like rhythm, but it's not really has become, because that was like how music was started is for
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So it makes a lot of sense. That's kind of like the thing I love about rhythm is like, I always look at rhythm as like, especially making it like, is like, you're dancing this like nice edge between being like incredibly boring and annoying and being the fucking best sound that's ever driven through your soul in your fucking life. And some people get that, and some people don't, and I don't know how to explain that to people that don't get that.
Exactly.
But maybe
Some
they
people
get it
just-
in something else.
Yeah.
It's
But
all
I
taste,
don't.
too.
And I like other music, and I like other music a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like other music the way I like a good fucking perfect rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fucking really. That's
And the underground scene with rhythm is fucking so good.
Dude, there'll be some dude with like fucking 100 followers just put out an absolute
Fucking
bang.
banger. Out of
That
nowhere,
deserve
it's like
so much out of absolute nowhere, and it's just like, what the fuck? And there's a lot of that. Like, yeah, it's cool as fuck. It's interesting to see where it go. Like, obviously, it's been around for a while now, but like, who knows if it becomes like the next like mainstream thing with dubstep, or if it's like just stays. Like, it's cool. It's cool that all this shit is still like new enough. Yeah. That it's like, nothing like too played out. Like,
how do you feel about the genre thing? Because like, I never know how to explain to non-dubstep people that dubstep means 7 different things. And there's people that like, call themselves dubstep people who have none of the same songs in their playlist that I have.
Yeah.
None of the same artists. And they don't even sound like the same type of music, but we're all calling it dubstep.
yeah. Yeah. And those little guys go into a rhythm show just fucking headbanging.
Yeah. But like, how many fucking, like, that's the thing. How many people do you say rhythm to? And it means a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Just rhythm. And that's like a sub-genre.
yeah, literally. Like, yeah. I don't know. I don't get too caught up in. I don't know. I have like my own little umbrella, what I would personally consider it to be something, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really focus on genres too much, honestly.
No, I don't think you should.
No.
And it really disappoints me that you do so. But when I tell someone, hey, what kind of music do you make? Oh, I make dubstep. Like, when people ask you that in your regular life, do you give different types of people different answers?
I just tell them I fuck with rhythm.
Dude, this is what I say every time. I say it's like the wub wub shit.
Wub shit.
What about when your auntie's new boyfriend asks you, like, oh, what do you do for
what?
I make wubs.
when your auntie's new
I
boyfriend
make deep wub.
or your auntie's second boyfriend, I don't know, your family is like,
You ever heard of fucking bass?
I'm on some shit right now.
Yeah, you're not gonna fit in around here.
we straight up should do skits. You should go to like a festival and sick you guys on people.
Dude, please. We've always talked about like fucking shit like that.
I will be your Jamie. Let me set up all your mics and I'll film you from the fucking.
We gotta take this to the streets, man. We got the proper mic for it. Like, we're prepared for it. Let's do it.
If I'm gonna keep like some kind of structure going, the next one is just like, so like, I just want to talk about like current project. What the fuck you guys working on now? Let's talk about making tunes. Like, where's your like, where you at creatively at this point in time? Like, what's lighting the fire under your ass? What are you having fun doing? Like, obviously you guys been DJing, throwing mad shows, tearing the fucking houses down, and like, again, like, not even just tearing the house down, like so many different, like, I don't know, because you're gonna match in the flavor of the atmosphere of the places that we go. Because I was like, kind of like they've all been a little different, like everything, and it's like,
Man, I just like chill shit. Like listening to good, deep fucking music at the club. I just love that shit. And like
Shit.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't get played as much as it should, especially opening acts. Like just coming into the club and letting yourself settle in with some deep cuts. Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
yeah, and it hits there, especially on the big subs. Like, the thing is, you have to hear that music in that environment because that's the way it was meant to be.
Literally.
Right? And I feel like a lot of people don't get it because they've never been in that atmosphere to like hear how you're supposed to hear it.
Oh man,
I'll never forget. Yeah, when we went to that Edmonton, this was like the first like time we experienced
show,
like deep dub in the club, like deep dub in the club. But like it was these guys from Edmonton opening for Getter,
What are the guys?
Bexfield and Dangles. Dude,
That was the first
blew
time.
our fucking minds, man. Like hearing like Ablation, dude, that one song by Ablation,
Every
like
Day.
Chainsaw, Every Day. Is that what, Every Day?
I think it's called Every Day, I think.
Dude, just hearing those sounds in the club and just really appreciate like getting that experience is fucking crazy. And I remember we were both just so obsessed with that. Like after seeing that and being like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Well, it's just the obsession with like not knowing how something is made. Like just hearing something and it's just totally alien.
it was so foreign. It was so foreign to us of like, why? Like, how do you even go about making shit? Like Like,
it makes sounds like that into music.
We're inventing new instruments and then making songs.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part about making like Riddim tunes and like the dubstep tarot and stuff like that is that like every time I do it, I'm making a new instrument first. That's like the first step. Whether you do it as the first step is regardless. The first step is invent a new instrument.
Yeah.
Like that's no big deal. You just do it for fun on the You know what I mean? Like, and you don't have to have a fucking basement and a room full of things running DC power. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Do it all on your little laptop.
would you guys ever like if you made it big, you're gonna get a big modular fucking room rack?
You know what?
That would be
I would love
a
that.
dream come true, bro. Yeah. Being able to like actually just plug in shit
And just
like
getting ripped, getting fucking ripped, and just having fun and creating
that'd be the coolest shit ever.
And yeah, because it's like physical, like actually touching shit.
That'd be so fucking cool, man. That'd be so cool.
But they make like little ones, do they?
Yeah, lunchboxes.
Yeah.
Well, lunchboxes like man. Yeah, you get like they do.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different.
It would be cool to invest in that.
Yeah, one day.
Invest in that.
When we get that big Spotify check.
Yeah, it's So can we like nerd out on stuff then? So like, what do you guys like? You want to talk about synths that make sounds? If you're into like making sounds, like what do you use for your sound?
Yeah, we've been like just learning like or go ahead. I kind of cut you off there.
Serum and Vital, that's all.
Yeah.
I do you guys enjoy Vital?
I do.
Do you find it user friendly?
Oh, yeah.
It is way more user friendly than Serum.
So do you feel any like? Is there like what do you feel like the different flavor of the two is? Because the criticism of Vital is it's just a Serum skin.
Dude, Vital just feels like it's built for these bass music like sounds. Like you don't have to do much to like get it going. With Serum, like you got to do a few things before you kind of get it to the genre or sound that you're looking for.
Yes.
But for Vital, some reason it just seems like it's built for like rhythm and like deep bass sounds and
like,
shit.
Like I hopped on it, and after like maybe a day of fucking with it, I was making like some of the best sounds that I had ever made.
Yeah. And I feel like too, if you get the basics of Serum and you go over to Vital, it's gonna be easy as fuck.
So is it set up for people that already know Serum? Yeah. And I personally don't think it's a ripoff of Serum. It's not.
Is that what people say? It makes sense because it totally like it's very, 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 very simple.
I say that because I listened to the guy who made it on a podcast, and he talked about how
he felt it was like a little too serum. And like Steve Duda, what's the guy that made serums? I have no idea. I have no idea.
Serum.
That's his name. It's just one dude. You know, like, and
Sammy Serum.
he says that like he'll get like a customer service email because he opens them and he'll see it and be like, oh, that's actually a good idea. Do it, update serum, enter. And then he email left, yeah, it's done. Because he's the guy that made serum.
Oh, dude,
And he just like, it's him. It's not a company that makes
Or a
it's a dude
corporation,
that
yes.
made serum.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And so when he wants an update, he just puts it in and it's product. He obviously has like a support team. I'm sure there is customer service email and like, yeah. But you don't hear serum being advertised. It sells plenty. It's fucking serum. It's awesome.
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good fucking point. Never seen a fucking.
I made good money doing it.
Definitely. Yeah.
I want to get more into like post-processing sound design. Yeah. Like that. I'm not too familiar with that, honestly.
And just like taking like a sound that you made and just resampling it to something else.
I don't
fillers
know.
and just little breaks and shit is like a massive part of it. But you gotta. That's why we've just been kind of laying low, trying to learn all this shit and
just learn techniques and
get in the deep space of music production.
It's a rabbit hole. It's
a fucking rabbit hole. There's just so many different parts of it too. Like you just think, oh, I'm gonna go make a beat, but it's like, okay, you're gonna write this and layer or paint a portrait of kind of what it's gonna be layout wise, and then you gotta fucking, what is it like? What are the 3 stages of it? But yeah, like write it, fucking make it. Then you also got to learn mix and mastering, which is just another fucking thing of its own.
What's like you
and getting into it.
People.
Yeah,
You pay people to mix and master.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, I don't know. I would definitely take pride in being able to learn it and actually be able to do it myself.
because like
Having an understanding of what's going on,
and it kind of defines your sound too. Like a big part of like your like signature sound just goes into the mixing and mastering.
Hell yeah. It's crazy how much it actually affects and people don't
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. It's like you said, it's a rabbit hole. It is a fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it's fucking amazing, and I don't know what I'd do without it.
Man, it's so much fun to learn.
Let me see. Let me check my notes here. See if there's the other thing. Okay. So I have another. I was gonna ask like the psychedelic experience thing is one of my bonus questions, but we like already covered that. So
yeah, we did go in there a bit about that. I like that.
The other one I have is if you could attend any live event in history, which live event or type of like live event would you want to? If there's any kind of live event you could experience, which would it be?
That's a good question. I like that question. Dude, I would say I would want to say like Woodstock, just because that would be like that's probably what people would expect to say. Yeah. But also at the same time, like that shit was fucking like crazy.
That's
like,
why I always want to go.
Getting like
I'm into
like
the anarchy.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yeah, dude, it's probably up there. Fucking probably Beethoven. Imagine just fucking seeing Beethoven smash the fucking keys live, dude. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. That guy going hands. I'm about to save the day. I'm so glad we have this long ass cable. You're gonna have to plug your mic in. James' mic's been out. I hope we're okay.
Did you just go piss?
Yeah.
I gotta go so bad.
The hallway's dark and there's definitely demons in the hallway.
Fuck, man. I'm the demon slayer.
Oh!
Alright. I had Kof in here doing a podcast the other day, and he told me he's never been to a concert other than the shows that he's performed. Really? Yeah. Can you believe that? I was very surprised about that answer. Here we go. We'll get your mic back in a second. I'll turn it on again. Hold there. Tough one. Sorry, you gotta be hooked up now, but at least we'll have some power. I don't know how long you've been out for, but this is
hopefully not long.
we'll have this ironed out. So maybe we'll have to do a couple podcasts before they're good. But the concept of this is just so we get a couple clips so we can put up for
definitely
the barbecue.
Try to so awesome.
Promoted.
Hell yeah.
So the first poster's going up tomorrow for like a weekend.
Nice.
Canada Day, July 4th. July 4th was the day. I'm supposed to make an intro about this to be like, yo, what the fuck is going on, guys? New West here. We're coming out to be like, making a podcast, bringing you all the fucking people that are gonna be throwing down crazy shit.
It's such a cool concept. I like the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
The whole because podcasts are just it's a great way. I'm just a huge fan of podcasts.
Me too. And probably 4 people are gonna listen for the first 100.
Yeah.
But this is really fun to do because we get to hang out.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Just shoot the shit. It's fucking awesome.
It's kind of the reason I got into music too, is because I didn't want to like just play video games all day because I'm like, I don't get anything. I don't walk away with anything. When I started getting into producing, I'm like, I sat there for 8 hours. But look at this fucking song I have now. Like,
exactly.
I still have these like trophies from those fucking bosses that I beat when I was learning how a compressor worked, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
man, I get caught up in video games sometimes.
I love it. It's fucking.
I love them almost too much sometimes.
But it's the best form of it. It's like the craziest form of entertainment ever.
No.
Like it's so, and we're so far advanced and like immersed in like how
Great.
I should have don't. I had a really bad problem with video games. I actually had to stop. I found out early that I was in high school, and I had bought Skyrim like way late. I played games. I played like Modern Warfare, but I was always good. Like when I like prestiged in Black Ops, the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, why would I keep playing this game?
Yeah.
I just beat it.
Exactly.
What the fuck? But it's about the Halo. And then I like level up. I'm like, okay, cool, Halos. Like I played online until you get good at it. And then I played like Skate for a while. You know, I still played games. Then I got Skyrim.
Dude. Yeah.
You played Skyrim?
No, but I've played Fallout, which is
the same game. I also played Fallout. Did you ever play Skyrim?
Brother did.
It's kind of a lame game. Not gonna lie.
No, is it?
Dude, it's lame. So Fallout's not lame. Fallout's still good. Like it's
I like Fallout.
There's like elves.
No, there's a total vibe to Skyrim.
Dude, it'll swallow you.
It's swallow. I remember. So the reason I stopped is because, like, man, I had a buddy I was growing up with, and we watched like a YouTube video about these guys. They were throwing cabbages in Minecraft in Skyrim with a spell, and they would shoot a cabbage and had to land in a bucket. And we used to play Kapong, which was like the kids' version of beer.
I love Kapong. Fuck yes. I like play this shit. I do like taking like videos of like crazy ass shots.
So we were trying to play like Kapong in Skyrim was like the goal. But I like looked it up, and to get this spell was like 24 hours of gameplay to unlock the spell by going through the College of Winterhold.
Holy
but I was determined so that we could actually play Kapong, and I had to get this like spell where you could telekinesis shit. And like, so I fucking played the game all the way through to get the spell and do it. And then I was at school one day, and someone was like, yo, I like ran into me in the hall, and they're like, where have you been, man? Like, did you go on a trip? Like, I haven't seen you in forever. And I was like, I've been in Skyrim. I've been in Skyrim for like 3 months. Like I used to, like our school in the city, we have like city buses that take you to school. They're like 7:40, whatever. So I take this like, normally I would just take the normal school bus and go late to school because I'm fucking bad. Fuck school. You can't stop me. And like, so I would never take like the school bus. I would either take it in the morning, but then after school you want to kick in or whatever. So you want to take like the bus that goes home immediately after school. Every day I was like outside of school, on the bus, home as soon as I could. I'd play games till bed, get up in the morning, play games before I had to go to school, leave to go to school, come straight home, play Skyrim all night, get up before work in the morning. Like I was so hooked on Skyrim. And then I was like, man, I haven't literally done nothing for 3 months with Skyrim. I gotta.
But you got to play Kapong.
In Skyrim. I'm glad.
Worth it. I mean,
somebody that sees this has seen that Rooster Teeth video and knows what the fuck I'm talking about, because that's like, it's not a trophy I can brag about. It's not a cool story.
Is that like the first like game you're seriously really into?
To be straight goods, like if we're talking about video games, I never really finished games as a kid. I never had that drive to feel like I had to get all the way through it. I just kind of walked around.
Neither do I.
I don't.
I beat that game. The first game I ever beat all the way was Gun.
Gun was a
Western game. It's like the precursor to Red
Did you ever play the original Red Dead? Red Dead Revolver?
I never played any of those.
Oh, on the PlayStation 2, that shit was... I used to watch my dad play that.
Case game.
Sick game.
It's
Fucking love
that.
that.
007 on the GameCube.
Yeah.
GameCube. It's not the one from
I think it was
N64.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye from N64.
No, I played it on the game.
Probably.
Oh, that's the GoldenEye was. Oh yeah, nice for it. No, it must have been. What?
I knew.
I remember.
I played the only GameCube game because I never had one, but like I had a cousin that let me borrow one because he got like a new game console, and he gave me Harry Potter. And I got to play the Harry Potter.
I'll be at the Leaky Cauldron. 5 beers if you need me.
So like I always played games, but I was never serious. Like I remember getting to level 50 on Call of Duty Black Ops, like the first one. Because that was like that was the first. I didn't play Modern Warfare.
The Black Ops was when I started.
Remember when it was like either you played Black Ops or you played Modern Warfare 2, or like a crossfire. I was a Modern Warfare 2 guy.
Black Ops was the shit.
Trick shot video.
So lame.
Dude, golden era though. I'm so pumped for Modern Warfare 2.
Straight
Yeah.
up. It's gonna be so much fun.
But yeah, Skyrim. I also played Fallout. But yo, Fallout, I'm so much more into Fallout.
Oh yeah, I love the
than
content.
the game, bro. I watched like mad, dude. I haven't played Fallout 4. I don't think I ever played it.
I played Fallout 4. It was
I was playing it last night.
no 76. I played 76,
which is 4.
which is 4 just on
3.5.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
But like, dude, but yeah, man, I fucking loved 3. Like I played the game. I didn't really find the game that fun because I didn't really like the game mechanics or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But once I got into the story, I was like, no way. And I didn't really like digging through it myself, but watching like the breakdowns that people have on YouTube where they go through it and they just they'll clear the vault before and they just jump to all the plot points that you can find about that and they explain the story through the elements.
And man, and like the amount of vault lore, like
Each one.
and man, it's fucking awesome.
You have a favorite vault? Can we talk about? Because I have a favorite vault. I wrote a song about this early. If you look up SoundCloud, the first song I ever uploaded, it's called V75 because it's about Vault 75. That's what it stands for.
No doubt. Man, I
Pull it up to show you the picture.
I don't know. I can't remember specifically what vault, but I was watching a video of a guy explaining like the story behind it and like how they like set up the vault in a way to like pit people against each other and like I can't remember what it was.
We'll have to check the comment.
It was like
2 hours into our podcast.
honestly. Yeah, okay, so there was like people that had to get voted, like kind of like a democracy, get voted to get like sacrificed. So we're like,
Yeah.
what did they say?
It's like
They
every
said, like,
couple of years.
yeah, you
One
would like
person.
sacrifice somebody, or if you don't, then like everybody dies.
Yeah.
And so like there's like if you go in the vault, there's a bunch of ad campaigns, like
For like politicians, like
yeah, because they
die.
want other people.
to die. not
Yeah, and it was like then like there was like 4 people left, and they like decided to not kill anybody. They were just like, fuck this. Like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you passed the test.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, you're supposed to
living
say no the whole yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, bro, I don't even remember what it is. The one it has to do. It was like the one with kids.
Fallout 3. Yeah.
Refinement in human genetics, research, the improvement of synergy of using message as brooding, blah blah. Look at what the fuck?
God damn.
Oh man,
Oh,
give you like
shit.
like actual best. It has it's like this like they were like testing on kids. They were trying to. It's like this. They were so they had like an overseer and they just let like specific kids into this thing and they were trying to like make like GMO humans.
Really?
Which is like kind of like how like the mutants came because like in Fallout 4
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like mutants and then like the weird alien thing. and then the robot things, and like, yeah.
All the things, man.
Yeah, this one's great. Watch the deep dives. Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite game like that? Like Skyrim is like my all time.
I'm just a big Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
My
Call
favorite
of Duty
game,
guy.
maybe The Last of Us.
Really?
The first one.
Yeah.
That game was so much fun. It was so hard. I actually raged at that game multiple times.
Didn't they make a movie out of that?
They're filming.
Is that what they're
filming in
filming?
Calgary? Yeah.
How are you not like fanning out? Like
Well, I don't know. I haven't really.
Past the that like
I literally
we drove right through it.
There
Remember
was
that time?
downtown, and then they had a little cul-de-sac. They literally built a cul-de-sac with like houses and all these cars like a block away from my work.
wow.
And they had it all like tarped off so you couldn't see on the
Dude, that's
inside.
so cool. I didn't know they like played that game.
And then they fucking tore it down right after.
Yeah.
Like what?
I've been waiting
waste.
for these like all these movie people like coming through Calgary and shit to like come to my work and like see me at the front desk and be like, "We need you."
You know what? I actually run a modeling agency.
I podcast this every day. I'm just like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're loose fitting clothes.
I'll give you 10 grand right now to play this role. Give me 20.
You're comfortable with full frontal nudity, right?
Absolutely. I'd be upset if I wasn't. Oh fuck! I banged my can right on my.
Done. Well, I think we said we were gonna wrap up. Any like final thoughts? Anything you want to tell the people? Like, should I have done that would make this like? I don't know. Would you listen to this podcast? We're just getting fucked up. We'll do a few more of these. And maybe we'll make a good one.
Dude, that was a vibe. I feel like
Dude,
that was a
fun.
long time. Just the boys fucking chilling.
But that way, if people come in and they see your name for the first time, I was just that way we could do a foundation, and now we can just chill and talk about whatever. But I like there has to be some sort of like topic and concept. I think the idea of just finding a song you can like riff on about. Like,
Yeah.
That's a good. I like that.
yeah. So you guys ever want to come back? Just pick another song.
Yeah.
And we can do
Dude, yeah,
we'll
we'll,
get
we'll
deeper.
literally break down the front door and come
We'll
in.
go farther down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
So, run your plugs one more time. Where the fuck can we find your music? Where the fuck can we come see you play? Run your dates right now. We got boys on the road right here.
We're on this.
Give me your road date. We're touring.
Small town Alberta.
Small town.
Summer singer, summer
We're going to
actor.
the capital city.
True. Yeah. Okay. All our shit is Night Mode, NYTE mode, MODE. Yeah, Night Mode music. That's pretty much all our handles and shit. I also make like I put out like hip hop tracks and stuff under the name Yo Mateo. That is YOMATEO. I think that one something like that. So yeah, that's all our shit. And fucking, we haven't been putting much out lately. We got some old tracks and stuff up on there, but probably coming in the fall we'll start releasing more.
Definitely.
We'll do a vlog. Make sure you guys have any.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's something we've been kind of doing. Stay tuned for that too. We've been filming a lot with
Actually, count us out so you guys.
We do have a YouTube too. We have.
we put out. We already got like 2 vlogs on there.
Yeah.
I got our YouTube,
Fuck yeah.
Night Mode. And yeah, stay tuned for more because there's just so we've been fucking grinding on. It's just getting more shit like that out of here. So
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming to do this.
Thank you.
I hope everybody, if you're here in this part of the podcast, that you're a day one enough to come and rock with us at New West Fest 2022. These guys are alumni, bro. This is their third?
dude, 3rd year.
Yeah,
3rd year,
No
baby.
fucking way. So yeah, come rock with us August 5th. Want to see the boys tear down?
Yes, sir.
If you listen to the whole podcast, you're a fucking G. Because you listen to through all our bullshit and our technical difficulties.
Yeah, there'll be lots more bullshit to come.
Yeah. So
lots more, even worse than this. So
We'll get we'll some. Yes, we should.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Peace. Bow, 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 bow.